Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. This time, we're tackling riddles. Some of the most famous ones in history, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're using this article. It's called 11 of the Most Famous Riddles in History.
Okay.
And it's going to be fun because riddles, they're kind of like these little time capsules.
Yeah.
They give us a peek into, different cultures, different times, and
Different ways of thinking, too.
yeah, exactly. And the cool thing is a lot of these riddles, they still work today,
Yeah.
we can still be stumped by them.
Right. They still make you think.
Yeah. Okay, so should we just jump right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this first one it's a doozy.
All right.
It's the oldest known riddle in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from ancient Sumer,
Okay.
4,000 years old.
4,000 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here it is.
Okay.
There is a house. One enters it blind and comes out seeing. What is it? It's pretty cryptic, right?
Yeah. I mean, 4,000 years old, it's got to be good.
It's a good one, right? But while you're thinking about that, it's pretty amazing. The Sumerians,
Oh, yeah.
they were like super advanced for their time.
Like we're.
Writing system, math.
Yeah.
They were doing all this stuff way before, a lot of other civilizations.
And riddles, clearly.
And riddles, yeah, exactly. So,
I'm still thinking about this one.
okay, well, you ready for the answer?
Yeah, hit me.
It's a school.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it's kind of cool how it, captures, that idea of education. Like, you go in, you don't know anything.
You're blind to knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And then you come out and you can see the world.
Yeah, you've got that knowledge. You can see things in a new light.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
So one riddle down. What do you say we jump to another one?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this one is from the Bible, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Samson's riddle
Samson.
from the book of Judges.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, so remember Samson?
Super strong, always getting into trouble.
Yeah, he had a flair for the dramatic.
Definitely. All right, so picture this. You're at a feast with Samson,
Okay.
and he throws down this riddle.
All right, I'm ready.
He says, out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, with this riddle, it's not just wordplay. It's like tied to Samson's own experiences.
Oh, how so?
So you know how he killed a lion, right?
Yeah.
And later he found bees making honey in the lion's carcass.
Oh, wow.
So that's the answer.
Bees making honey in a lion's carcass.
Yeah, pretty gruesome, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit dark.
Yeah, but it totally fits Samson.
It does. He was kind of a complicated guy.
He was. All right, ready to move on?
Hit me with another one.
Okay, this time we're going to ancient Greece
Okay.
to face the Sphinx.
Oh, the Sphinx. Classic.
Yeah, so imagine you're a traveler.
Right.
You're approaching the city of Thebes.
I'm there.
And suddenly this creature, head of a woman, body of a lion, wings of an eagle.
Yeah, intimidating.
Yeah, blocks your path and demands you answer her riddle.
Oh, boy, the pressure.
Or die.
High stakes.
Yeah, so here's the riddle. What goes on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and on 3 legs in the evening?
Wow, that's really poetic.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like there's a deeper meaning there.
Oh, definitely.
More than just, something walking around.
Yeah, so, the hero, Oedipus, he cracks the code.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, 3 legs in the evening.
It's about a human being.
Oh, a human, of
Definitely.
course. Crawling as a baby, walking upright, then using a cane in old age.
Exactly.
Wow, that's really clever.
Yeah, and it shows how, the ancient Greeks, they thought about life as this, journey with these different stages.
Yeah, a cycle from beginning to end.
Exactly. All right, ready for a change of pace?
Always.
Okay, so we're going to Shakespeare now. Oh, nice.
The Merchant of Venice.
Okay, I love that play.
Yeah, so there's this riddle involving caskets.
Caskets.
Yeah, it's all part of this test to win Portia's hand in marriage.
Oh, right. Portia's father set that up.
Yeah, so there are 3 caskets, gold, silver, and lead.
Okay.
And each one has an inscription, like a clue.
All right, so what do they say?
So the gold one says, "Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire."
Tempting.
Yeah, right. Then the silver one says, "Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves."
Okay, a bit more philosophical.
Yeah, and then the lead one, it says, "Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath."
Whoa, that's intense.
Yeah, so which one do you think is the right one?
I'm thinking.
Well, it's Shakespeare, so it's all about symbolism and deeper meaning.
Yeah, true.
So the lead casket, it's about risking everything for love.
Ah, so the suitor who chooses that one is showing true devotion.
Exactly. They're not motivated by greed or a sense of entitlement. That's really clever how Shakespeare uses that riddle to reveal character.
Yeah. It's not just about the puzzle. It's about, the choices people make.
And what those choices say about them.
Exactly.
That's why I love Shakespeare.
Okay, how about a riddle that's a bit more lighthearted?
Sounds good.
Okay, so this one, you might have heard it before. It's from a nursery rhyme.
Oh. Oh.
As I was going to St. Ives.
I know that one. It's tricky.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you ready?
Hit me.
As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were there going to St. Ives?
Oh, man. I always get tripped up on that one.
It's easy to overthink it, right?
Totally. You start adding up all those cats and sacks and...
Yeah, but the answer is actually really simple.
Oh, right.
It's 1. Yeah, only the person speaking was going to St. Ives.
Everyone else was coming from St. Ives. I forget that part.
It's all about, paying attention to the wording,
It totally is.
Tricky.
It's a good one, though.
It is.
Makes you think.
Okay, before we move on to some more modern riddles, let's do one more from literature.
Okay, I'm Gabe.
This one's from Jane Austen.
Oh, Jane Austen, nice.
Emma.
Okay.
Yeah, so this riddle, it's like this playful exchange between Emma and a potential suitor.
Okay.
And, with Austen, it's never just about the puzzle.
Right.
It's about, the characters and society and all that.
A riddle will always have layers.
Yeah, exactly. So here it is. My first displays the wealth and pomp of kings, lords of the earth, their luxury and ease. Another view of man, my second brings. Behold him there, the monarch of the seas.
That's clever.
It's a good one, all right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something, though.
Well, think about, the word she's using,
Okay, wealth and pomp, luxury, monarch of the seas.
What connects those things?
Is it courtship?
Yes, you got it?
Oh, of course. Court and ship.
Yeah, so the first part, it's the fancy court of a king, and that represents, the male's role in courtship.
Okay.
And then the ship, it's the captain, the leader, representing the man.
So together they paint this picture of, the whole dance of courtship.
Exactly. The pursuit, the back and forth, all of that.
It's amazing how she packs all that meaning into a simple riddle.
Yeah, she was brilliant.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, for something completely different, we're going to Wonderland.
Wonderland. Like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, we're going to tackle the Mad Hatter's riddle.
Oh, I love this one. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Yeah, and the thing is, there's no right answer.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Lewis Carroll, he never actually had a solution in mind.
That's hilarious.
Right, but it's still a great riddle. It's perfect for Wonderland.
It is. It's totally nonsensical.
Yeah, and it makes you think,
It does. Maybe there is a connection, or maybe it's just absurdity.
Exactly, and that's kind of the point of Wonderland, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a place where logic goes out the window.
Okay, so speaking of riddles that make you think...
Hit me.
We're going to try one that's often attributed to Albert Einstein.
Einstein.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's called Einstein's riddle, but, there's no proof that he actually came up with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of a mystery.
Okay, but still, Einstein's riddle, that's got to be a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's like a giant logic puzzle.
Oh, boy. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's about this neighborhood with 5 houses.
Okay.
And each house has a different color, nationality, pet, drink, and even type of cigar.
Whoa, that's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, and the goal is to figure out, using all these clues, who owns the fish.
The fish, okay.
Yeah, so are you ready to put on your thinking cap?
Let's do it. I'm ready for the challenge. Okay, so Einstein's riddle, 5 houses, different everything.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Definitely a challenge.
But I think we can handle it.
Okay, so remind me, the goal is...
Who owns the fish?
Right, the fish, okay.
And we've got 15 clues to work with?
15 clues, all right, lay 'em on me.
Okay, so clue number 1. The Brit lives in the red house.
Okay, so we know that right off the bat, Brit, red house.
Yeah, so we can start making a chart or something to keep track.
Good idea. Yeah, I'm visualizing a grid in my head.
Okay, clue number 2. The Swede has a pet dog.
Okay, sweet dog, got it.
And clue number 3. The Dane drinks tea.
Dane tea, all right, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, so we've got some direct links, nationality, house color, pet, drink.
Yeah, those are good starting points.
Okay, now, clue number 4. The greenhouse is directly to the left of the White House.
Ooh, okay, so now we have to think about position.
Yeah, it's not just about, like, matching things up anymore.
Right, we have to figure out the order of the houses.
Exactly. Okay, clue number 5. The person in the greenhouse drinks coffee.
Greenhouse, coffee, got it.
So we're starting to build a picture of, like, who lives where and what they do.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle coming together.
Clue number 6. The person who smokes Pall Mall have a pet bird.
Pall Mall bird. Okay.
Clue number 7. The person in the yellow house smokes Dunhill cigars.
Yellow house, Dunhill. All right, keep them coming.
Okay, clue number 8. This one's important. The person in the center house drinks milk.
Center house, milk. That's a good anchor point.
Yeah, it gives us like a reference point for the other houses.
Right. We know where the middle is now.
Okay, clue number 9. The Norwegian lives in the first house.
First house, Norwegian. Okay, another anchor.
Clue number 10. The person who smokes blends lives next to the person with the pet cat.
Okay, so Blends and Cat are neighbors, but we don't know exactly where they are.
Yeah, we just know they're next to each other.
Right, we'll have to see how that connects later.
Clue number 11. The person with the pet horse lives next to the one who smokes Dunhill.
Horse and Dunhill, another neighbor pair.
Yeah, and we already know who smokes Dunhill.
Right, the person in the yellow house.
So we can start figuring out where the horse owner lives?
Exactly, the pieces are starting to fit.
Okay, clue number 12. The person who smokes Blue Master drinks beer.
Blue Master beer, okay.
Clue number 13. The German smokes Prince.
German prince, all right.
Clue number 14. The Norwegian lives next to the blue house.
Oh, that's helpful. We know the Norwegian is in the first house.
Yes, so the second house must be blue.
Exactly. We're on a roll.
Okay, last clue, number 15. The person who smokes blends has a neighbor who drinks water.
Blends and water are neighbors.
Yeah. We got through all the clues.
That was a lot of information.
Yeah, but now comes the hard part.
Figuring out who has the fish.
Exactly.
All right, so where do we start with all this?
Well, I think those direct links we talked about, those are key.
Right, like the Brit in the red house, the Swede with the dog, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then the milk in the center house, that's a big one.
It is. It gives us a framework to build around.
Okay, so remember the green and white houses?
Yeah, they're next to each other.
Right, and the greenhouse has the coffee drinker.
And we know the milk drinker is in the center.
So the green and white houses can't be in the middle.
They have to be at one of the ends.
Yeah, and since we know the Norwegian is first and next to the blue house.
That means green and white are at the other end.
Exactly. So I've got Norwegian, blue house, center house with milk, then green and white.
Okay, progress.
Yeah.
What else can we connect?
The horse and the Dunhill smoker.
Right, and Dunhill's in the yellow house.
So the horse has to be either in the center house or the blue house.
But the center house has milk.
So the horse must be in the blue house.
Another piece in place.
Okay, now what about the blend smoker?
Blends, lives next to the cat person, and has a neighbor who drinks water.
Right, so we can use those relationships to figure out where they fit in.
This is like a giant puzzle, and
Ugh.
we're slowly putting it together.
It is, and it's so satisfying when you start to see the connections.
It is. So I think we've given everyone a good starting point.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't want to spoil the fun for our listeners.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, let them have a chance to work it out themselves.
Exactly. But if they get stuck, we'll have the solution in the show notes.
Yes, definitely. So to our listeners, put on your detective hats and see if you can crack the code.
Who owns the fish? It's up to you to find out.
And we'll be back in part 3 with more riddle adventures.
Can't wait.
All right, riddle fans, welcome back. So how'd you do with Einstein's riddle? That was a real brain buster, wasn't it?
It was, but hey,
Yeah.
even if you didn't get the answer, just grappling with all those clues, that's a workout for your brain.
Definitely. It's all about, like, flexing those mental muscles, you know?
Totally. And you never know. Those logic skills might come in handy someday.
You never know. Okay, but we've got more riddles to tackle.
Oh, good. I'm ready.
So this time we're going to, it's another literary one,
Okay.
but it's a bit more, how do I put this, obscure.
Obscure. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's from James Joyce.
James Joyce. Okay.
Ulysses.
All right.
And it's a riddle that's, well, known for being intentionally difficult.
Intentionally difficult. Like you
Yeah.
wanted it to be hard to solve.
Yeah, it's kind of like a commentary on riddles themselves, you know?
Okay. I'm really curious now.
So here it is.
Yeah.
The cock crew, the sky was blue, the bells in heaven were striking 11. 'Tis time for this poor soul to go to heaven. I know, it's a lot to process.
It is. It's very poetic.
It is.
But I'm not sure I see any clear clues.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point.
Okay.
The answer is the fox burying his grandmother under a holly bush.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to connect at all.
Right. It's completely nonsensical.
Yeah.
And that's what Joyce was doing. He was like messing with our expectation.
So it's not really a riddle to be solved. It's more like a statement.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's saying that sometimes riddles can be just absurd, you know?
Okay, I kind of like that.
It's definitely different.
It is. Okay, so what's next? Back to something more straightforward.
Sort of. This one is well, it involves a bit of luck.
Look.
It's from The Hobbit.
Oh, The Hobbit. I love that book.
Yeah. So it's Gollum's last riddle.
The one he asks Bilbo.
Yeah, the one with like super high stakes.
Yeah. Bilbo's freedom was on the line.
Exactly. So remember the scene. Bilbo's trapped in Gollum's lair.
Oh, it's so creepy down there.
Yeah, and he has to answer this riddle to escape.
Okay, remind me what it was.
Okay, so Gollum says, "This thing all things devours. Birds, beasts, trees, flowers. Gnaws iron, bites steel. Grinds hard stones to meal. Slays king, ruins town, and beats mountain down."
Wow, that's intense.
It is. It's like this unstoppable force, you know?
Yeah, something that, like, destroys everything in its path.
And the answer is time.
Time.
Of course, it makes sense.
Yeah, time just, like, marches on and wears everything down.
Exactly. But wait, didn't Bilbo just, like, guess the answer?
He did. He was, like, totally stumped. He just blurted out, time!
And Gollum was like, "Oh, you got it."
Yeah, it was pure luck.
That's funny.
So even in riddles, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Totally. Okay, one more.
One more. Okay, this one's back to the world of magic.
Magic.
Harry Potter,
Oh, Harry Potter, love it.
Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
So Harry, he has to face a sphinx during the Triwizard Tournament.
Another Sphinx. They love their riddles.
Yeah, they do. And this one, it's a bit more complicated. It's like
Okay.
a rebus puzzle.
Rebus, okay.
Yeah. So here it is. First, think of the person who lives in disguise, who deals in secrets and tells naught but lies. Next, tell me what's always the last thing to mend, the middle of middle and end of the end. And finally, give me the sound often heard during the search for a hard-to-find word. Now string them together and answer me this. Which creature would you be unwilling to kiss?
Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of clues.
Yeah, but they all fit together.
All right, so the first one, lives in disguise, deals in secrets, tells lies. That's got to be a spy.
Yes. Spy. Okay, what about the second clue?
Last thing to mend, middle of middle, end of the end. That's tricky.
Think about letters.
Letters. Oh, it's D, the middle of middle and the end of end.
Exactly. Okay, last clue.
Sound often heard during the search for a hard-to-find word. That's like an air sound.
Yeah. So put it all together, what do you get?
Spy.
Yeah.
Spider.
You got it.
A spider. And Harry has to fight a giant spider later, right?
He does. It's like the riddle foreshadows the danger.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like the riddles in Harry Potter, they're not just puzzles, they're part of the story.
Yeah, they add another layer.
And I think that's a good place to wrap up our deep dive into riddles.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
From ancient Sumer to modern literature.
It's amazing how riddles have, like, stood the test of time.
They have, and it's because they're more than just like brain teasers.
Yeah, they tell us something about ourselves, about how we think, about our culture.
And they make us think, you know, they challenge us to see things in a new way.
Exactly.
So to all our listeners, keep those minds sharp, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring the world of riddles.
There's always something new to discover.
Happy riddling, everyone!